Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Boxycharm, all about Boxycharm. And I know in my first kind of comeback video that I posted a few days ago, I mentioned that I unsubscribed to Boxycharm and to Ipsy, and we're going to go ahead and get into that. But first I thought it would be kind of fun to do a palette review of the last 4 months, since I haven't been posting about it, for anyone who's interested in kind of seeing what were in those boxes that don't subscribe to Boxycharm. So we're going to go ahead and review those. Go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to start off by apologizing for my voice. A sick bug has hit our house. Poor little Charlotte has been coughing like crazy, runny nose, fever and everything. And I think it finally hit me too. I feel a little bit raspy in my voice, so I apologize. I have my tea ready to go, so hopefully we can make it through this video and power through. Okay, so Boxycharm. I have the pamphlets here that come in the box for the past 4 months, August, September, October, November. I unsubscribed from Boxycharm right before December came out, so I do not have any information on the December stuff, but I feel like there's so many people doing unboxings for Boxycharm. Go ahead and look them up. They'll have the information from you. I also know that December was a Boxy Luxe month, which is that luxury box that comes with a lot of different products in there. I saw a really quick sneak peek of that one, and I'm kind of jealous, I'm not gonna lie, but I have my reasons for unsubscribing. But first we're gonna go ahead and talk about the palettes from the last 4 months. So like I said, we're gonna start off with August, and the theme of August is life of the party, and the palette that is associated with this box is the Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal Eyeshadow Palette. And when you go ahead and open it up, you notice that it is 6 very vibrant colors. Not a palette that you would use for an everyday look. Most people would use for an everyday look. If that's your thing, go for it, more power to you. But this had a lot of controversy surrounding it. People you either loved this palette or you absolutely hated it and trashed it. And I remember seeing so many posts on all my makeup groups on Facebook and Instagram and whatever about how much people hated this palette. And I'll be totally honest with you, I actually already shot this video but didn't like how it came out, and that was the first time I swatched it. So I only swatched it a few days ago. And because of the way that people were talking about this palette, I expected it to be complete trash. And it actually kind of surprised me. Maybe I was one of the ones who got a halfway decent palette. Was it the best thing I've ever swatched in my life? No. I have not worn it on my eyes yet, so I don't know. I'm a true believer that swatches can be helpful, but they're not everything when it comes to determining what's going to be on your eye. So I wasn't truly disappointed with this palette, but I wasn't over the moon happy with it. It's not a complete palette in my eyes. There is no transition shade in it. So it's not something that you could throw in your purse for a few days and use it nonstop. It's not something that I would have paid the suggested price of $19 for. I'm gonna have to play around with it a little bit more. People are dissing it for being patchy and streaky and not blending well. So some other products that came in this box were a set of lashes, a Smashbox lip product, under eye masks, which literally burned under my eyes. I actually threw the second pair out, they were so bad. Eyeliner and cuticle oil. The other things I have not tried out of the box yet besides those under eye masks. Alright everyone, moving on to September. The theme for September is Wildflower. And I have to say this is probably one of my most used palettes I've gotten from Boxycharm. The palette that came in this month's box is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale Smoky Eyeshadow Palette. This is an awesome palette. Like I said, it's probably the most used. Please excuse my cat, he wanted to join us. Milo, what are you doing? Like I said, I love this palette. It is a complete palette in my opinion. It comes with several mattes, several shimmers, and beautiful, beautiful palette. I actually packed this on a trip to California and was able to use it for several days and get multiple looks, and I'm sure I could get much more out of it. It is a great palette for people who like neutral colors. The shades blend beautifully. I think they're extremely pigmented, even these colors that are like tan and everything. This hide and seek color that's right here has like become a staple for me as far as transition shades go. So I'm very happy with this palette. It's one that I reach for a lot now. And this is something that I would purchase with my own money, absolutely. And this retails for $35. Some of the other things that came in that box included a Laura Geller blush, which I actually have used that one before, and it's a little pink for my taste. I work really hard to try and cover up the red on my face, so when I put this on, it was kind of like undoing that process. But I did like the way that it went on. I think if I went on with a lighter hand, it could actually be really pretty. It also came with a eye brush set, which we all know how I feel about brushes. If you've ever watched my channel before, I absolutely love getting them. A Hank & Henry liquid lipstick. I have worn it once, and the color was beautiful. I don't remember exactly how long it wore, or if it flaked or anything like that, so I'm going to have to try that one out again. And then a Butter London roll-on eyeliner. People do not like these roll-on eyeliners for some reason. I know when MAC came out with theirs, people just did not like it at all. I haven't tried this yet. I'll get back to you on that one. I'm not a huge fan of the brand of Butter London. Everything that I've tried from them so far has not been my favorite, but I'm willing to give everything a try. So that was the September box. Like I said, one of my favorite boxes. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about October. The theme for October was Alter Ego, and the palette that came in this box is the Pure the Complexion Authority Midnight Masquerade palette. This palette retails for $38, and this is both a face and eye palette. The eyeshadows come with 6 shimmery shades and 1 matte shade, and then all the face products all have like a little bit of a shimmer to them. Clearly I can't use some of these face products on my face as they're too dark for my complexion, but they would make nice eye colors. I've played a little bit with the eyeshadows over here. I think if you blend them enough, they'll be beautiful. I haven't used them enough to actually give like a really good like review on them, I guess. But I will say the one matte shade in here did not work that well for me. It was a little bit patchy and streaky, but the other shades that I've tried are beautiful. I like the fact that this is both a face and eye palette. I think you can make this work if you needed to take it somewhere for a few days, save some room in your makeup bag or something like that, because it does have those options for your face and for your eyes. But I don't consider this like a full palette or a complete palette, like I said with the Nightingale one, the Pretty Vulgar one, just because the only matte shade is a little bit dark and, like I said, streaky, and I don't think it's a great transition shade. Not that you can't use a like shimmery shade as a transition shade, but for me, my personal preference is to use a matte shade. So I like this palette. It's not my favorite. I'm not sure I would spend the $38 that it retails for, but it's not a bad palette either, and I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit more. This box also included an IT Cosmetics mascara, a Lace Peel Black Bamboo Charcoal Mask, which I'm excited to try that. I have not tried it yet. The most god-awful, ugly, poop-colored lipstick I have ever received. I was so excited for getting a Kat Von D product because I've never purchased any of her things before, and I've always wanted to try her Everlasting lipstick. And of course they sent me like the worst color in the entire collection. But whatever. And then a cleansing balm as well. I love cleansing balms, and I'm just waiting to use up my other one before I try the one in this box. So not a bad box overall. Alright, the last box we're going to talk today about is the November box, and the theme was Gold Digger. The palette that came in this box is the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. And it has 4 shimmers and 4 matte shades, and it retails for $24.99. this is what it looks like. I think that's a beautiful box, beautiful design. I love the way the cover is done, and most of all, I love these shades. I think this is a great fall palette. I think they sent it at a great time. I am living for this red color. I've used it several times. I've used this palette several times. I did use it once, and I put it straight on with no primer or anything underneath, and it was a little hard to blend, but I wiped it off, put a primer on, and it worked beautifully. I think this is also one of those palettes you could throw in your purse for a few days, get multiple looks out of it, and not get tired of it. So this is definitely a good palette. I would probably put this as my second most used Boxycharm palette that I've received. The other things that were included in this box are Cover FX glitter drops. People love these drops, but I am not a liquid highlight person, and particularly this one. I think it was like a little too chunky glitter for me. Maybe on the body it would look really nice, like in the summer or something, but when I tried it, it just kind of like wiped away my foundation, and I wasn't a fan of it. It also came with a Luxie Luminous Eye brush set, which love it. Can't go wrong with a good eye set or a brush set. A glittering star eyeliner, which was basically like I got like a copper color, and it was really pretty. I actually really enjoyed that one too. And then a set of Lashaholic lashes, which I love every pair of lashes that I've received from Boxycharm, so I get really excited when I get a good pair of lashes in my box. Like I said, I don't have December. I don't even know if people have started receiving them yet, but the reason I decided to cancel my Boxycharm box, first and foremost, was to save a little bit of money. With baby number 2 coming and it being Christmas and me not working anymore, we kind of have to pinch pennies a little bit more. And although it's only 20 bucks a month, 20 bucks a month can add up, and there's a lot of stuff that surprisingly we still have to purchase for baby. So that was one of the reasons that I decided not to continue my subscription. I would really like to pick it up again when we do have a few spare dollars, but for now we're going to take a little break. The second reason I decided to suspend my service, I guess, is because I started to become overwhelmed with the amount of makeup that I had, and I would sit here and look at all of it and be like, I haven't used that palette yet and I've had it for months, or I've only used this once. Like, I had so many products that I didn't know what to do with them, and it kind of gave me anxiety almost, and I kind of felt like I needed to minimize my collection, and having the Boxycharm and Ipsy was only making it bigger and bigger and bigger, and I wasn't getting rid of anything either. So it was just, like I said, overwhelming. I needed to take a break. I'm actually on a no-buy right now, meaning that I'm not buying any makeup, and I am only using up what I have. So that was kind of the big reason why I decided to cancel it too. Ipsy is another story. Ipsy I just kind of got frustrated with. I kept getting the same products over and over and over again. Like, I would literally get the same color lipstick 3 months in a row. I got an eyeliner with every single bag that I got. And to me, it seemed like the sample sizes were getting smaller, and that was driving me crazy because I understand it's a sample, but when you only are able to use it once, you're not able to gauge if it's truly something that you would want to go out and purchase. A sample should be able to be used a few times, and there's one lipstick sample that I got that I used one time and could barely get an entire lip on, and then it was gone. So it just kind of got annoying, and they were also sending products that didn't match my profile. I think I got like 3 dry shampoos in the last few months of Ipsy, and I specifically remember putting on my profile, and I even checked it, like double checked it, that I didn't want any hair products. So I just kind of got tired of it. Maybe eventually I'll look into another Ipsy-like subscription, but right now it just wasn't doing anything for me anymore. I was just over it. That one wasn't hard to cancel. The Boxycharm hurt a little bit more, but I'm glad I did it. We're saving some money, and I feel like now I'll have a chance to be able to use everything that I've gotten out of these boxes and bags. Alright, that's it. That's the last Boxycharm video that you're going to see for a while. I do plan on doing a tutorial with only things that I've received in my Ipsy and Boxycharm, so look out for that. but otherwise you won't be seeing any more Boxycharm or unbagging things from me. Thanks so much for tuning in. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I really appreciate that. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do that as well, and go ahead and turn on your notification button so you will be notified every time I post a video, which is 2 to 3 times a week. Alright, we'll see you in my next video. Bye.